The history of video games goes as far back as the early 1950s, when academic computer scientists began designing simple games and simulation as part of their research. The first games known to incorporate a monitor were two research projects completed in 1952. A checkers program by Christopher Strachey on the Ferranti Mark I, and a Tic-Tac-Toe program called OXO by Alexander Douglas on the EDSAC. Both of these programs use a relatively static display to track the current state of the game board. In 1961, MIT received one of the first PDP-1 computers, which incorporated a relatively sophisticated point plotting monitor. MIT provided a similar level of access to the computer for students as it did for the TX-0, resulting in the creation of the first relatively widespread and thus influential computer games, Space War. By 1978, video games were well established in the US coin-operated amusement industry, but their popularity was secondary to the industry stalwarts like pool and pinball, and changed with the introduction of new games developed in Japan. Taito designer Tomohiro Nishikado decided to build on the popularity of breakout by replacing the pedal in the game with a gun battery and the bridge in the game with rows of aliens that would discard line by line while firing at the player. Taito released this game in 1978 as Space Invaders. The video games industry experienced its first major growing pains in the early 1980s, as publishing houses appeared, with many businesses surviving more than 20 years, such as Electronic Arts. But at the end of 1983, several factors, including a market flooded with poor quality games and home computers emerging as a new and more advanced gaming platform, caused the industry to experience a severe downturn. This was the crash of the video game industry. And now in 2018, video games are growing so rapidly in terms of game consoles, graphics, and genres.
Video game is very fun. Almost everyone likes a game and ever playing video game. So I want to tell you about game based on the tool use. First, console game. Console game is an electronic machine designed specifically for playing video game. The graphic viewer device may be a computer or television. A controller called a joystick. Game console was first made Atari, then continued with Nintendo, who had dominated the market in 1985 to 1989. Current modern game console include Sony, PlayStation, and Xbox, made by Microsoft. Portable released by Sony in 2005, and Nintendo DS produced by Nintendo. Second, PC games. PC games are games that usually played on computer or laptop. Computer games have evolved from simple graphics and games from early titles such as Space War, with more sophisticated visual titles. PC games often require special hardware on the user computer to play, such as specific generation of graphic processing unit or internet connection to play online. Third, mobile games. Mobile games are games played via either of mobile phones, smartphone, or tablet, wherein mobile games is almost anyone can play it via mobile phone by downloading the game. And mobile games are also we can download various types of genre games from action, fighting, and the popular now is Mobile Legends. And the last one is handheld games. Handheld games are games that can be played on a portable console that can be taken anywhere. The origins of handheld gaming console were found in handheld electronic game device and tablet in 1985 and early 1989, and this handheld game console was very popular in 90. Example of popular handheld games like Nintendo DS and Sony PSP.
First-person shooter. In FPS, you will play the character with the first-person perspective. Characters are only displayed in the form of hand or weapon only. In this FPS game, you will find various missions that you have to complete. The point of this game, players need reflex, eye and hand coordination must be right time. Role-playing game. Role-playing game or RPG players will be free to explore the world in-game. An RPG player must doing main story and quests, character evolution, inventory management. Some RPG even make players able to determine the ending of the game storyline. RPG are divided into two types, namely action RPG and turn-based RPG. Massively multiplayer online role-playing game, MMORPG, which means briefly is an online RPG that includes many players or players in it. Some RPG are made online and are played by many people, locally or globally or internationally. Multiplayer Online Battle Arena (MOBA) stands for Multiplayer Online Battle Arena. You could say a combination of RPG and MMORPG. It's just that you do not have a series of stories together. However, an arena is provided. Then you play against other players online. Real-time strategy (RTS) requires the player's ability to lead an army, then manage resources to build civilization. No wonder if this game has a longer game time and can be done casually. After the construction is over, you can fight with other forces to seize power. So a proper and cautious strategy is needed so that the troops can win and the territory itself is not attacked.
So my topic is about negative impact of video game. I classify people who are negatively affected by online games are people who are addicted to playing games. Addicted gamers spend so much time to playing that their personal relationship get neglected or sometimes disappear altogether. It's not just neglect that cause addicted gamers their relationship. Video games can be addictive for kids, and that the kids' addiction to video game increases their depression and anxiety level. Addicted kids also exhibit social phobia. While playing video games, it makes your kid socially isolated. Also, he may spend less time in other activities such as doing homework, reading, sports, and interacting with the family and friends. When kids playing video games, they will neglect everything, and of course, they will neglect their assignment or homework because they will think assignment or homework not important as their video games. And besides, studies have shown that the more time a kid spends playing video games, the poorer is his performance in school. Physical consequences of gaming addiction include carpal tunnel, migraine, sleep disturbance, back aches, and eating irregularities. And the conclusion is, game is a good entertainment and relieving stress. We may love games and play them, but we also have to avoid the negative impact of game online. We don't have to forbid children to play games, we just have to keep watching on them so they can take the positive impact and keep aside the negative one.
Phising is similar to phising in the leg. But instead of trying to capture peace, phishers attempt to steal your personal information. They send out emails that appear to come from legitimate websites such as eBay, PayPal, or other websites. The emails state that your information needs to be updated or updated and ask that you enter your username and password after clicking a link included in the email. Some emails will ask that you enter even more information, such as your full name, address, phone number, and many more. However, even if you visit the false website and just enter your username and password, the person might be able to gain access to more information by just logging into your account. Here is some common phishing on the video games. 1. Trading sites. 2. Rep trades. 3. Free or hack generators. If you found one of these, you should report it instantly to the site or to the Steam P user profile. If you are tricked and enter your login details, you can lose your account. In short, don't click any link unless you are certain it is safe. Done.